Hello and welcome to the Godot community. My name is Sahira Dean. I'm the virtual PLC lead for high school 2D art. In today's webinar and our final webinar of the 2021-2022 school year, I'm going to be talking about my goals for next year. So the first thing is to get a large format printer. This year every year we have quite a few students that like to work digitally. This year in particular, we had a lot of students work that we submitted, from their digital portfolios. So I feel that we definitely need a large format printer. I think one of the biggest issues about getting the large format printer is making sure it's compatible, with our current technology. In the past, there have been issues with, I think if we get a certain brand printer, then it's not able to be synced with our computers. So doing a little bit of research, to get a format printer, a large format printer, is definitely something I'm going to spend time doing. I'm hoping to apply to the Godot grant offered by the Godot Fine Arts Coordinator. But getting a large format printer is one of my priorities. The next thing I'd like to do is some gallery meetups with students and families, possibly over the summer, and then kind of having that be a schedule throughout the year. So just making it like kind of a best practice. My school is a magnet school, a visual performing arts magnet, as well as a math science magnet school. A lot of our students do the dual program, where there might be an art magnet student and math and science. But definitely getting students out in the community, outside of like the field trips that I schedule, making it a habit to support the arts, so um, starting specifically with art museums, artist talks, things like that. This could also encourage, them to continue this habit as they go out into adulthood or even into their college or professional careers. So creating the atmosphere of an art advocate, or even an artist, if that's what they intend to do, but definitely supporting that culture through our program is something I want to start doing this summer and continue throughout the school year. One way to connect with middle school students, because a lot of them come here to be a part of the magnet program, and then even just kind of establishing rapport and some familiarity between the students and current teachers, um, will be to invite the middle school families. So extending that invitation to middle school, the middle school art teacher and their students is something we plan on doing as well. One of my goals since I first started teaching was to do an international field trip. I've never done a out of state field trip, so I'd like to actually start with maybe some out of state field trips, maybe like once a year, and then possibly going into an international field trip. So it could be like a out of state field trip and then an international field trip. So like a twice a year type of thing. So that's something I'm going to start planning this year. I heard ideally that you want to start planning 2 to 3 years out for that, especially internationally, or if you plan on traveling internationally. And then, of course, with COVID restrictions and policies and stuff like that changing almost daily, monthly, yearly, I want to start planning that ahead of time. Um, One thing I'd like to do at my school is actually host a portfolio review day. So one year, I think this might have been in my third year of teaching, there was a teacher in my current county that hosted a portfolio review day at her school. So she invited colleges, and I think it was around the time of the National Portfolio Day. So a lot of schools were planning on being in the area. So it could lead up to that National Portfolio Day. I think that normally happens around November. Um, so I'd like to start connecting with some colleges and hopefully make this a yearly practice that we do. But, just imagine the possibilities that this would offer for students. I could open this up to other schools in my current county, gaining exposure for our students. Our National Art Honor Society could possibly host this event or help host this event. So this is something I want to plan on doing, a portfolio review day, and I imagine that it just grows bigger and bigger each year. So lastly, one thing I want to do is get back to making art regularly. So before I had my own two children, this was something that I was starting to do. Of course, as a new teacher, I was establishing myself as a new teacher, getting lesson plans and stuff like that. But in about my second, third year teacher, I actually worked with a professional artist and art educator, Kevin Cole. And I gained a lot of just tips just watching him make his art also a practice as a part of his regular day-to-day, schedule. So this summer, I'd like to reset and work my way back into making my own art. And this is something that I do randomly when I have time. And of course, when the pandemic started, I feel like I integrated it back in, but it wasn't as regular as I wanted it to be, just with the whole chaos of the pandemic years. So this is something I want to start back doing this summer. So please do join me on the Godot community. Again, my name is Tahira Dean. I'm the virtual PLC lead for High School 2D Art. If you haven't become a part of the 2D Art, High School 2D Art community, where we can share, connect, ask questions, please consider doing so. Please share with other art teacher friends. But if you have a chance, please stop by the Godot community to join that platform. So have a great summer. I look forward to talking to you in the platform, and I'll see you next school year. Bye.